Okay, so let's get into part 2 of the questions posed to me by one of my Patreon members, Julie Morrison. She wanted to know, why does Trump lie so much and not take accountability for his actions? And also, how does he feel about Melania really? What's in his mind about Ivanka? What's in his mind truly about Ivanka? And did he marry Melania because she looks like her, like Ivanka? And what's up with all that? And she also wanted to know if Trump was a pedophile, and I told you guys that I wasn't going to go into that part of the question because I'm not going to slander anybody or accuse anyone of something like that. But you can listen to the Jane Doe reading that I posted a couple of months back on my site. Search for it, and you can, come up with your own conclusions. All right, so let's get started. Was he raised to lie? Why doesn't he take accountability for his actions? And I have the Fool card, and I have the Eight of Cups reversed. And the Eight of Cups is clarified by the enemy, right? So, when he was a young child, before the age of 8, he learned from experience how to lie, how to get away with things. He made a choice or a decision that is deeply embedded in his character, impressed upon his subconscious mind, all right? It's embedded in his character, and he will continue to act this way, behave this way, as he's associated it with his survival. That's what you do between the age of 0 and 8. You learn to survive, and whether your circumstances are good or bad, if you survive it, then your subconscious mind believes that that's how you should live. You understand? That's why hypnosis is very powerful, because it works to change your subconscious beliefs. Anyway, not to go down that road. Let's just stay on Trump, because no amount of hypnosis can help him, unfortunately. We saw that in the first part of this reading. I feel that someone in authority, it may have been a stranger, but I think it was his father, took him deeper down this path. Trump loves to let his imagination and his intuition guide and direct him. Whatever looks good, he's easily distracted or tempted by shiny things, beautiful things. Whatever he wants, he'll do to get it. That's his energy. In this card, this always gives me a creepy feeling, this guy. What are his intentions for this little boy? But to continue to talk about Trump, I feel like he likes the adventure of letting his imagination and his intuition guide him. And that means he creates false realities. He creates lies. And he likes the adventure of following down that road, seeing where it will lead. He's got a gambler's spirit and a gambler's nature, and he was probably raised in an environment with a lot of freedom and not enough discipline. I feel like he was taught by an older man how to go after his desires and how to fulfill his lusts without accountability, because the fool, who's the fool? I don't know. There's the big fool and there's the little fool. The fool is a philanderer. The fool is a wild card. The fool is a free spirit, and he's non-committal. So his own, I believe his daddy, or it could be some other man, but I think it was his dad, taught him how to cheat, taught him how to live selfishly. I feel as if Trump was spoiled as a child. I don't think he was spanked or punished. And whenever he got into trouble, someone always came to his rescue. Or let him get away with it, right? Because this card makes me think of someone who's getting away, right? But he's karmically, you never get away with it. I mean, he seems to be getting away with a lot, but he's still, all of that stuff he's dragging along with him, and one day he will get his comeuppance, I promise. The universal laws work that way. Wherever you go, there you are. The Eight of Cups reversed. And this is a repeating cycle. Repeating cycle is what the card is saying. So he learned this from someone who learned this from someone. It's hereditary. I feel like he's someone who lives in his own bubble. And he likes to live on the edge. He marched to the beat of his own drummer. And like I said, he creates his own reality. And he's following down the path of someone older who influenced him. The Eight of Cups reverse is telling me he learned this a long time ago, how to escape responsibility. This is someone who, there's two sides to the Eight of Cups reverse. You either go back to something you can't leave because you're too obligated, or you utterly escape it even though you're obligated. You're morally obligated to stay. This is like a deadbeat daddy type of card, you know what I'm saying? So he learned a long time ago to escape responsibility. When the going gets tough, you either lie, create some story around it, or you get gone. And how exciting that is, right? He learned that. He got away with that shit when he was young, and it impressed upon him that that's how you survive. That's how you live life, and that's how we saw someone else live their life. Okay? Which even further impressed it. But there's something weird here. I feel like Trump likes to get away with it, and he likes it that we know he's getting away with shit. But at the same time, he wants to be believed. He wants to be believed, like he's innocent. So I feel like he has learned to adapt to his lies so much that he believes his own lies. He believes his own reality is his truth. The shadow side of this card is someone doesn't deal with their responsibilities. And I'm hearing the words no moral code as I say that. There's anything to get instant gratification, to get that toy, anything. I'll do whatever. There's no moral code here. Now going a little bit deeper, we got the enemy card. And that's telling me that this man that Trump looked up to had an open dislike for Trump. He didn't even like, if it's his dad, he didn't even like Trump. He disliked him. There was a clash of egos here. A big child and a little child. Big child and little child. And this person taught Trump to trust nobody, not your friends and not your family. Nobody is to be trusted. Always keep everybody at arm's length. Okay? This person taught Trump how to steal, how to lie, how to embezzle, and how to blackmail, and how to hide what he's doing, how to hide it. And how to spread gossip. That's a way of hiding. So this is who Trump patterned himself after. This is a pattern. And it could be his dad. It could be a stranger. Okay, I'm not, now we're getting kind of weird here. Because it's telling me that this person has a forked tongue. Okay? A forked tongue. He's patterned himself after someone who has a forked tongue. Who has a forked tongue? The devil has a forked tongue. A snake has a forked tongue. A dragon has a forked tongue. And when I thought dragon, I thought Grand Dragon, and then I'm like, oh yeah, his dad was in the KKK. Was his dad a Grand Dragon? I don't know if his dad was that high up. But he was influenced and shaped by an evil man. Someone with a forked tongue. And I believe that this energy, because it's a pattern, is still playing out in his life now. Still affecting how he behaves, right? For his survival. So who's playing the role of the bigger man now? Most likely it's Putin. And he has an open dislike for Trump, just like his daddy didn't like him. Putin doesn't like him either. And together, they're playing out this drama. His core life story. Wow. Like I said, it's a little deep there. All right, so let's get into the... Oh, sorry. Let's get into the Ivanka side of the cards. Sorry, I was kind of weirded out there for a minute. There was a bee around me. Okay, Ivanka and Melania. All right. So, how does Trump really feel about Ivanka? We have the Five of Swords. Reversed, and the Knight of Pentacles reversed, clarified by the Priest card, and I'm sorry, the Five of Swords is clarified by the Peacock, which came out sideways. So I'm going to read it both upright and reversed. And I further clarified that with Speranza reversed. Okay. All right, so first off, I'm going to say that there is a chance that the rumors of how Trump feels about Ivanka are very ugly rumors, right? And this card here talks about slanderous rumors. All right, so and very malicious rumors. Okay, so that's making me feel like he's not guilty of molesting Ivanka. Okay, but then when I get into the clarifiers, the Peacock came out sideways. Now, you guys know Peacock can represent God when it's upright, and when it's reversed, it can represent Satan. So, she brings out two sides of Trump. Okay? Ivanka does. Upright, this is the card of beauty. Prideful beauty, you know? Like a trophy beauty, you know, like he thinks she's beautiful like a trophy, like a doll. And he's very proud of her. and he takes a lot of pride in her and in her beauty. But it's also reversed. This is an ego thing for him. And his pride in her is excessive and kind of weird, right? And he overestimates her and overvalues her. He sees her as an object or a trophy of his own beauty, of his own vanity. There's like a possession here. She's mine, she's mine, she's mine energy. And that she's the perfect or idealistic form of what his elitist beliefs are, because the peacock reverse is a card of prejudice and white supremacy. So he sees her as the model for what is Aryan beauty, okay? And then Speranza reverse, I further clarified this when I got Speranza reverse, which tells me that there is a dark side to his fascination with her beauty. But I don't believe he's acted on it. It says that his fantasies about her can never manifest, or have never manifested, okay? There's no success there. So I don't think that he's actually touched Ivanka or anything like that. Wow. Has he ever thought about it? I don't know, you decide for yourself. I told you what this card means. But I feel like a lot of what's said about his feelings for Ivanka are slanderous. Okay, I'm just going to give him that, okay, and hope that that's the truth. Now, how does he feel about Melania? Did he marry her because she looks like Ivanka? We got the Knight of Pentacles reversed, okay? She's an earth sign, right? So that is fitting that she has this card. But when it's reversed, this is someone who is ugly in comparison. He doesn't think that Melania is even close to Ivanka's beauty. He sees Melania as greedy, dishonest, and dull. He's not inspired by Melania the way he's inspired by Ivanka. Okay. At least not now, not anymore. He's not inspired by Melania. He sees Melania as stupid and as a bum. Like, she bums off others. She lives off of other people. That's how he sees her. But she's his wife, and so he'll take care of her, because that's what he does. Because everybody's a trophy, right? But in comparison to Ivanka, no, she's ugly compared to Ivanka in his mind. I'm saying what his thoughts are based on what I'm picking up. And he sees Melania as non-ambitious, like I said, someone who would rather live off of the hard work of others. He sees no similarity between the two, and at this time he has no respect for Melania. There's no affection between them with this High Priest card. This is someone who would be represented in tarot by the King of Swords, someone who's not showing affection, who's disengaged emotionally. All right. He's legally bound to her, and he'll care for her as long as he's legally bound to her. But I feel like either she or he is looking into getting some legal advice about their connection at this time. I feel like he's wanting to protect himself from Melania. He's kept a lot of stuff from her, but she does know some secrets about him, and he's seeking some counsel about that. And she may be seeking some counsel herself, or talking to a legal person about what she knows. You know, I'm not saying that for sure. She could be talking to her lawyer about her marriage. She could be talking to the investigators about her husband. All right. So that's what I have. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I thank you for your suggestions. Cynthia Allen, you're next, and so is Kathleen Capola. They're wanting to know when the indictments are coming. I'll try to help you out there. You know, timing is hard to pin down. It's not easy for every tarot reader. It's not easy for me, but I'll try to get an idea, if it's before the end of the year at least. When are indictments coming? I'm assuming you meant, Cynthia, for the family, for Trump or for the family members. And then Kathleen Capola, your question is, will his presidency be nullified or impeached? I feel I've already answered that several times. I've said I feel he resigns or he leaves in a stretcher. I feel the stretcher will be more of an excuse of illness, but there is potential, and I keep feeling this, and I know I have not put it on the record yet, but if he should survive his presidency to go into the election of 2020, then I'm feeling that things change and the stretcher becomes more of his way out, and not in a good way, okay? But she wants to know, Kathleen Capola wants to know, will his presidency be nullified or impeached? So I'll be addressing those two questions from Cynthia and Kathleen in my next Patreon reading, okay? So thank you guys. I appreciate your support, and I hope you enjoyed these readings. Please keep the suggestions coming. Make sure that they're well worded and precise, so that we can get quick answers. We don't want to be in this too long, but sometimes the cards just want to talk. So I hope that you enjoyed this time with me, and encourage your friends to subscribe and become Patreon members. Thank you guys. Blessings.